It'll be about 10 seconds from now.
Alright.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright,
7.
alright.
Here comes the postman. Here comes the postman. Darn it, it's 10:01.
Alright, so yeah, I am back for one last run for SNES Super Stars. So
One last hurrah.
So once again, I am FFR Pro 21, and we are going to be playing Super Nazo Puyo for the Super Famicom. And joining me on commentary is Keto Fox. How you doing, buddy?
Hello. I'm doing fine. It's a chilly evening.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It is a little cold here in Canada. You know, our fall has been really weird.
We'll warm up with some summer weather with Puyo, because that's just how Puyo is. Also, we probably don't know what the story is, so I'm sorry. Like, we don't know the exact details of the story, but more or less, our goal is to clear out puzzles that are presented before us.
Yes. If anyone understands Japanese and you want to share the story and what they're saying in chat, go right ahead.
Yeah, feel free. More than welcome to hear you out. I'll have the chat popped out, so I'll be able to read your responses as well. So that'll be fun.
All right, so here we go. We're going to play as Rulue. So
Yes.
there's two characters you can pick: Rulue and Earl.
It's an interesting character selection for a Puyo game.
Yeah, because usually we play as Earl because she's like the main protagonist.
The only other game that gives you a specific story selection of characters is Puyo Puyo Sun, which gives you Arl, Draco, and Shizo.
Right. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, Super Nazo Puyo playing as Rulue in 3, 2, 1. Wait for it. Go!
So this game plays a lot like an RPG.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
My splits did not start.
Uh-oh.
Sorry guys.
Technical issues.
Technical issues. I apologize. We're just gonna reload the game.
Yes. Just gonna restart it in a second.
Sorry guys. Okay, my USB keyboard doesn't want to work. We'll just use the laptop. Hopefully this works. Okay, it does. Alright.
Yeah, he's getting it set up.
Alright. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, we can't play without a timer.
Oh, hold on, I need to delete a file.
This is a speedrun, not an accelerated playthrough.
Oh. Okay, that's delete. Alright.
Yeah, this Japanese menu, so it can be pretty tricky to figure out menus.
Okay. For real this time! For real this time! Here we go! 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah!
Timer started, we're good.
We're all good. So this game plays a lot like an RPG. You go around talking to characters and encountering them. It's pretty fun. If you've ever played a Magical Tetris Challenge, it's sort of like that in similarity, but it's a Puyo game. So, but more or less, the goal of the game is to clear out whatever clear condition is set out by the puzzle at the bottom. In this case, he's clearing out garbage. That's his current goal. This one is to clear 11 Puyos at once.
Yeah, and you also see there's block Puyos, so they're
Yes.
kind of like garbage Puyos, except they don't clear,
Yes.
and they're not
They're-
affected by gravity.
They're block Puyos. They sit there and aren't affected by gravity. It's basically it's Puyo, except it's sort of like an actual puzzle game. So you have to like figure out where you need to put the pieces and everything. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice, chill, single-player game.
Yeah, it's one of those games where even if you're not good at Puyo like I am, you can still speedrun and have a good time.
So this one you have to clear the garbage up top, and it's kind of RNG because you get random pairs in this one level. It's one of the few levels that has RNG in it. And you got a fairly okay amount of Puyos.
Yeah.
You especially won't want double colors there because then they tend to match up very, very commonly because you only get 2 colors.
Yeah, for a puzzle game, this actually has very, very little RNG.
Yes, it's pure puzzle instead of actually fighting. So that one is basic. Some of them are telling you to clear 2 colors at once, clear so many groups of colors at once. Like some of them tell you to get a certain chain. It's hard to understand unless you actually play it because it's all Japanese, and I couldn't find a fan translation of it, so I can't really tell you. So more or less, just go under the assumption that FFR Pro knows what he's doing.
Well, hopefully I don't forget like a puzzle or anything.
Yeah, that can happen.
I mean, I did practice this, the last couple days to refresh myself on, what to do.
How are you gonna do on the long garbage tunnel level? That gets you a 7 chain. Oh gosh. I saw that puzzle and I just couldn't help but feel sad.
Oh, we're gonna be fine.
Yes, there's 2 different stories. There's Oral's story and there's Rulue story. So we get to experience a new type of mechanic called the Iron Puyos. They experience gravity and they're like garbage Puyos, except they cannot be matched.
Yeah.
So they basically act as sort of a blockade that you have to get around. Some of them have you getting around them in clever ways, so it's still a fairly nice puzzle game.
Yeah.
So now he's in the sewer, so he's got to uncover the red Puyo so he can get to them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I will be taking some stages pretty slow. Just make sure I complete them and not have to redo them a whole bunch of times.
He also has to make sure to check the objective very carefully because he might be on a level where he has to do a chain, and then he gets like a group in the game that's like, no, that's wrong, you need a chain.
Yeah, this is more or less the same every time.
I'm one of those people that can get 8 chains, yes.
Oh, get up there, okay.
Ooh, yeah. So, if you've ever played with SRS in Tetris, this is sort of similar. You have to mess around with like the rotation system in the game to play some of these puzzles, which makes it a little different than any other Puyo puzzle games in the series.
Yeah, the rotation system in this game is pretty jank.
I also like how the giant footman is like an image in the background. I only just noticed that. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, he was born with 1 giant foot instead of 2 small feet.
Yeah. It actually gives you a picture of whoever's puzzles you're fighting in the background, which is pretty nice touch, I must say. There's one of them that expects you to get a chain. It looks like you might want to get a large group of them together at once, but instead you chain. So here's an example of the rotations. This is like a long tube-like level, where you have to get the Puyo to rotate around.
Yeah. Some of these are pretty fun. Some of these are quite challenging.
And some of them are not fun. And some of them are just fun to look at, which is also pretty nice. It's somewhere around the early section of the series. It's a spin-off.
So that one uses the Ghost Row?
Yes, this is not a lot of things. This is something that not a lot of people know, is that in the Puyo series, there is a row above the top of the screen called the Ghost Row. And essentially, if you get a Puyo above there, it will not match up with any colors, but once it appears back on screen it will. But it still exists. You can have that happen with garbage and get trapped under ghost rows of garbage, and that's not fun. Oh yeah, this level with the iron balls is a good example of displacing Puyos. That's what some of the puzzles have you do. It has you displace the drop in which they fall.
Okay, that's fine.
Ooh, I saw that.
We're okay, we're okay! We're just fine.
Rulue's happy still, so that's good.
Yeah, everybody loves a happy Rulue.
And I know one specific creature that loves a happy Arl, and we will not speak about him.
Oh, I went too far.
Oh, I see that, yeah.
That's
You
alright.
want to be careful not to move the Puyos down too much, because if you get too zealous with your placements, you could get into a position where you just can't place anymore. And I think this level more or less feeds upon that, because this level is just clear a certain amount of Puyos. So it's more or less a survival at the top of the screen game.
Yeah, this one you have to survive for 30 Puyos. That's also the other, like, only RNG puzzle.
And you want to not pop as many as possible, because popping Puyos does take time, and it will come into effect later on. It's not really a big factor right now due to the fact that all the puzzles go away fairly quickly, but it will come into effect near the end of the game where you get some very long chains. And instead of completing them, you'll want to skip by them and take a bit out of Rule's HP in order to do so.
Okay. Yeah, some of these puzzles have nice designs.
Yeah. And some just look like purposely designed to give you a pain. Like this one. Where you can't really rotate it vertically, but you have to use the little chiseled out gap in the wall in order to kick it around.
So yeah, you can see a nice long chain here.
Yeah. As you can tell, once you get some really long chains, it gets a little long, and you have to wait for it all to clear. Which is why I explained earlier, is why he didn't want to clear as many Puyos in that area where you're supposed to survive as long as possible. Because then he doesn't have to wait for Puyos to clear, and that takes some time out of his time. This one wants you to get a 3-chain, and it's a little bit difficult to get around it. Yeah, Rulue is pretty mature, for the most part.
Isn't she like, you know, want like the fighter queen or something?
Yeah, Rulue is the combat queen, more or less. Oh, look at that nice smile that they gave us. That's very kind of them.
Oh, I hope this is right.
I think you got this.
Okay. Oh.
That was a bit of an interesting way to solve it, but it works. Yeah, some of them have some very interesting clear conditions. Like that one wanted you to get exactly an 11 combo.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some where it's like I first played it and it's like, oh my goodness, how do you do this?
Yeah, because some of them are actual brain busters. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Fighting Queen is actually one of her. So this one shows you how to kick up the piece over top of a crevice, a wall there. Because if you rotate enough, you can kick it over like that.
Yeah, that one shows you that you can kick Puyos up and over the ghost row.
Yes. Which is kind of nice because this particular game teaches you a lot of weird mechanics about Puyo Puyo that you won't exactly get to understand in a regular playthrough of Puyo Puyo. This one wants you to get a 3 chain if I recall.
Okay. Whew. I had to kind of pause for a second. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, yeah, this is how you do it. We're good. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it
It's
nice
another one
and
of those
easy.
rotation puzzles. Because if he holds down while going to a surface, he can block the Puyo piece early, and that's not fun because then he has to redo the puzzle. And you know, Rulue gets kind of sad about redoing puzzles. And she likes being the ultimate fighting queen.
Yeah.
Not the failure queen. Is that her new nickname, Failure Queen?
I know we do this.
Oh, Puyo versus Tetris. You mean Puyo Tetris?
Oh, that's a great game.
Yeah, it is. It has a pretty interesting and weird story. Okay, this one shows you that you can actually do a chain of the ghost row.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty nice. If you haven't played Puyo Puyo and you want to really get into Puyo Puyo, this teaches you a lot about Puyo Puyo itself.
Okay, I remember this one. I remember this one also taking me quite a while to get.
Yeah, some of the solutions for these is kind of out of the way or off the beaten path. Like that one wants you to clear part of the bottom row so that you can get an extra Puyo clear.
Okay, so this one you have to clear 14 red Puyos in total, but you can do it in multiple clears.
Yes, some of the clear conditions are very specific, and that's why I said earlier that it helps to understand Japanese for this game because some of the clear conditions can be very specific.
Yeah. Watch out for that iron Puyo. It's gonna get you.
Yes, there is an iron Puyo way at the top right of the screen that it's easy to miss. Yeah, this one wants you to get 5 colors at once. And it doesn't look like you'll get 5 colors at once, but it starts giving you the purples at the end, and it's kind of hard to see that until then.
This song is actually really cool. I like this soundtrack.
Are they good or bad? They're soft and squishy. They are good and yeah, this one's also interesting. This one wants you to clear the garbage, I think without the help of the red. I mean, this one's interesting. This one lets you use the green Puyo at the side to kick over the wall, which is something you don't get to do very often in Puyo.
Oh, that's not right.
Isn't this the one where you clear all red?
Yeah. Oh no, you clear all the garbage, Puyos, that's what it is. Okay. That is not the solution that I've been doing, but that works.
Yes. I think that is the solution you did on your run that I saw earlier.
Yeah, there's a couple
did
different
that.
ways you could do that one.
Some of them are quicker than the others, that's why it helps to experiment. And here's another really, really big color
Kick
grouping
up!
puzzle.
No!
Oh!
Just a hair too far, I couldn't kick it up. Yeah, in a run like this, you're bound to make silly mistakes like that. It's really, really hard to get a fast run where you don't make any.
Yeah. You basically have to play the game several times over. There's another Ghost Row kick level where you use the pair of red players to kick above the screen.
Is it... Okay... Is this way? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure about that one.
Yes, that one wants you to get all the yellows out of it.
Whoops, I got confused with another puzzle.
Oh no, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It just means I'm going to remember the puzzle that I confused it with.
Pikachu?
Hey, who's this guy?
Oh hey, look. It's what my friend would call generic anime guy with a sword. I mean, he's not wrong. So I like how in the backdrop, they just make him look so jolly, which is kind of what he is in his own merit.
Okay, we got that in there. Okay. Get in there. Okay.
Nice.
The best boy. Question mark.
What are you supposed to do here? You're supposed to do nothing. This one's a little bit hard to get the solution around because it's a little out of the ordinary. The one with the red and greens. This one too, the one with all the colors. Those are both pretty difficult puzzles. I mean, you are near the end of the game, so it's giving you like a lot of the harder puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, if only you could set off this hellfire on some opponent, that would be crazy. 55 at once.
You completely destroy any opponent.
Like, you'll send them, like, a couple rocks, and they'll be... Oh, I'm gonna send a 7 chain, just nullify whatever you just did.
Yeah.
So there's the long puzzle. This is the final stage of the game, if I recall.
Yeah, so we skipped the 17 chain because it takes way too long for the chain to resolve.
Yes, so right now they're playing Arl's puzzles, which is the last level.
We are not at Arl yet.
We aren't? I thought this was Arl.
No, this is the Dark Prince.
Oh. Alright, I see him now.
That one's cool, you kind of kick it up the stairs.
Yeah. It's pretty difficult if you don't know what picking up does, so... I want you to clear everything. Yes, you can skip stages at the cost of Rulue's health. She gets more and more sad the more puzzles you don't complete.
Yeah. So you can only skip so many before you just ultimately game over.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll get to see her. If we get good RNG, you won't get to see her start going sadder. So.
Well, that's not RNG anymore. It's more of, you know, can I remember the puzzles and execute?
Yes. What I mean is if you keep getting the same puzzle back, the same long puzzle again, if you keep getting it over and over.
I guess that's true. Okay, that was a little sketchy.
Oh, okay.
We're good! We're good!
That was a little close. You want to be careful not to hold the down button to the point where it actually plops in place, because that'll cause the Puyo to just lock in immediately. Because what is this? Is this like Puyo 1 rotation?
Yeah, it's like Puyo 1 physics or something, which are not great.
Yeah, Puyo Zoo rotation physics are a little more lenient. It will let you flip a piece if it's in a vertical placement. I should probably go along this. Mozonger says, wouldn't it be beneficial time-wise to skip as many as you can before game over, since you can do all the rest?
I mean, you don't really want to skip a puzzle which, you know, doesn't take very long.
Oh. I hope you can get this.
Okay, got it.
Oh, good. This one's pretty tricky because it has a lot of complicated rotations.
Yeah, and it's a very specific order you gotta do it in.
Yeah. It's one of the rotation puzzles. It's pretty jank.
So, 17 chain.
Yeah, there's a really long 17 chain that you don't want to do. There's a 15 chain that you don't want to do.
Yeah. Oh, we don't want to skip this one. Oh.
Yeah, this one's pretty fine.
Yeah, this one's easy.
Yes, it's Arl.
Alright, 7 more puzzles.
Six more puzzles.
Yeah. There is a 100% run that has been done by a Japanese runner. Goes through both stories and other puzzles.
So you can start to see her emotions sort of like deteriorate now. You can see she's no longer has a gaping smile. She's just normally smiling, you know.
Yeah. She's still happy, you know.
And she's still
It's okay.
happy. She's still feeling confident. See, now she's feeling a bit happier since she did some puzzles, so...
Yeah. Yeah, when you level up, she becomes fully happy again.
Yeah. She's so happy that she leveled up, you know?
Yeah. Oh, this... Okay, this one. Okay. This is the one I confused the other one with. It's all the greens.
Yeah, it's making a 4-chain bite, you only get green. It's interesting. Puyo Puyo is on the SNES. You can find it.
Yeah, there's actually several Puyo games on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. This is one of them, of course.
Alright, one more puzzle to complete, and
Yes.
we'll be done. And here we are. Very simple 3-chain with reds. And there we go, we are coming up on time.
We just gotta talk a little bit and we're done.
Yeah, that you can skip. This you have to mash through. And there we go.
Well done. I'm proud of you, my man.
Yo, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know what? I was just happy I was able to remember all the puzzles from the last couple days of just refreshing myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you don't know Japanese, a lot of this game is memorization.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes, thank you, thank you. You know,
So-
26, 48, yeah, it is a few minutes off of PB, but, it's a marathon, want to, take a lot of the puzzles very, very slow, because we don't want to be resetting a
don't
million
wanna mess it up.
times.
Yes, especially if you're set too many times, you have to redo the whole section. But yeah, another thing about the relations to the characters, Rulue really likes Satan, but Satan doesn't really like Rulue. But Satan really likes Arl, but Arl doesn't really like Satan. So it's a bit of a love triangle. It's kind of awkward. That's where most of the story lies in.
Yeah. Yeah, in other words, it's Satan's fault that Arl and Rulue don't like each other. So yes, anyways, yeah, that's it for me. So yeah, that was Super Nazo Puyo, and coming up next, we are going to Wario's Woods.
I love that game.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Once you learn the game. So yeah, that'll be it for me.
It's interesting to say the least. It's a little different. You should watch it.
Yes. So yeah, that's it for me. I am FFR Pro 21. Thank you, Keto Fox, for joining me once again on commentary.
No problem, my man.
So yeah, stick around for Wario's Woods.
I am presuming we are off air.
I would think so. Hopefully.
This would be awkward if this shows up on stream.
Yeah, but then people can learn how to play Puyo.
Oh, true. Look at this. Look at this replay demo of Puyo Puyo. They know how to play Puyo. They're setting up chains. Would you want to play Puyo when I get there? I can bring extra Switch coins now.
Yeah, maybe we could
So
play
you
some
won't, yeah.
Puyo Tetris.
You won't have to struggle with what is it?
Oh, using just the one Joy-Con?
Yeah, one Joy-Con.
Yeah.
You didn't like that. I was able to do it because I've played plenty of times with controllers.
Well, I'm just so used to, like, using both in the holder. That's just, like, trying to use one
Oh, I don't mind
Joy-Con.
detached
It's just
doors.
like, feels weird.
Oh, yeah. I like SWAT mode though. I don't know who decides swap was a great idea. They deserve a cookie. They just deserve a cookie.
Yeah, actually, swap mode is pretty good. It's like, you know, the most balanced mode.
By far. Versus, better hope you don't have a godly Tetris player. Big Bang, you better hope you don't have a godly Tetris player.
Oh yeah,
Fusion,
true. You know that if you get someone
Fusion,
like
you better hope that you pick Arl or something. Let's see,
Yeah,
what's
just-
party mode? Nobody wants to play party mode.
whoa, party mode, best mode.
Yay! Gotta love being able to not rotate your pieces. I mean, the only person that would probably like party mode is like Shishawari, and they're like crazy pentomino spins. Good gracious.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like trying to set up like all those jank pentomino spins. But I do like dealing with pentominoes. You know,
That's
thanks to
right.
Magical Tetris Challenge.
Oh yeah, Magical Tetris Challenge. I remember you telling me about that. I remember playing that. It's weird. It's not Tetris like I remember it. Which is really
Yeah.
says a lot, because not a lot of games go out of the way to make Tetris different.
Yeah. Although, one thing that kind of bugs me about the modern rotation system is that the L and J spin that, well, one of them that you can do in Magical Tetris Challenge doesn't work in modern Tetris.
What kind of rotation system does it even use? It feels like it does use like some sort of rotation system, because you can do a 4-wide in it. So it does.
Yeah,
have rotations.
I think Magical Tetris Challenge is some, I want to say some form of SRS. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not the rotation system that you see now in like PPT, Tetris 99, Tetris Effects,
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
Oh my god, I'm so triggered by this this Puyo demo. It could have gotten a chain like right there, but no, it gets rid of all the Puyos. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, they're also playing with 5 colors. Does anyone even play with 5 colors anymore in Puyo?
I do sometimes.
Kind of makes me wish, you know, I had a Super Nintendo growing up and played lots of Curry's Avalanche.
Me growing up, I got the NES to grow up, and then the GameCube, so I didn't really get to enjoy SNES at all. I heard it was like this amazing system, but I never got to play it because we were not very rich. We were quite poor people. We didn't get to do that.
Right, and, you know, that was back when, you know, Nintendo and Sega were going at it with, you know, who
Instead,
has the better 16-bit console.
Instead, I saved up for an N64, and man, was it worth it to do that, because I enjoyed that system way more than SNES.
Yeah, when I was growing up, you know, I had the N64, and then my grandma had an NES and Sega Genesis. So every time I go to my grandma's house, I would just play, you know, some NES and Sega Genesis games. Oh, I can sign off. Yay, I can end the stream.
Nice.
So
Hey,
yeah.
were we like on the whole entire time? I doubt it.
I doubt it. They probably switched. Alright, so yeah, everybody that was watching my stream, thank you for watching.
It's nice to spend time with you.
Alright, so yeah.
I'm guessing you ended it.